Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck 2 Sim live stream. I already did one 2 days ago. Can't believe I'm doing another one. But again, in the household tonight, my other half's seeing her parents at the moment. It's just myself and the dog, and we thought, well, I thought we'd do a live stream. And I did see on VATSIM there was an event going on right now from Heathrow to Frankfurt, two major international airports, and I thought we would gate crash that and see how we get on. Heathrow right now, we'll look around in the sim, is extremely busy. I've just logged onto the network. There's all sorts of aircraft here. We'll get our clearance. We'll probably have to wait for departure. There's a huge queue over there, but we're going to take a little bit of extra fuel to cater for that there. We've got the usual people I see in the house. We've got some of the members. We've got Fun Yun. I can see we've got Tim. I saw you commented there. Highway to the Danger Zone. Yeah, I see that the new rock music's far more popular than the old elevator music we had on last time. Cool. So yeah, Sid makes videos on VATSIM. Your call sign is Bro01. Well, it should just be Bro01, but Broadsword01 is the call sign which we also always use here. So let's jump into the flight deck now. For this stream, because it's quite busy on VATSIM, I've actually taken the liberty of doing most of the setup already. Well, most of my streams I usually do it from cold and dark, but this time, before we log on and get our clearance, we'll just talk you through where we are, where we're going, because it's quite important that we explain the taxi routing. I've never flown into Heathrow, my operator doesn't go there. We do fly to Frankfurt Main. I've never been there though, so you will see me probably get hopelessly lost. The scenery's from Aerosoft. I bought it today specifically for this stream anyway. Right, so here we are. Here's the chart for Heathrow. If I get a more detailed one, I can show you exactly where we are. We're parked on stand 365, right outside the Heathrow control tower. And we're going to push back runway 27 left here, probably to face west or south on the east taxiway or Foxtrot. I have absolutely no idea. We'll get the clarification from ground or the clearance delivery, and then it'll be taxi out via Bravo or Alpha for runway 27 left over here. So we'll probably just have to join the queue later on. The departure we're going to be flying is the Detling to Golf. We're going to be climbing straight ahead 1 DME off the localizer here, and a left turn 137 QDM inbound to the Epsom NDB, and then we go and make a further left turn on the 271 radial inbound to Detling, and that's all tuned here on the pedestal. 17.3, we've got the NDB active as well, and the stop altitude, we'll get the clearance, but it should be 6,000 feet. I think all the SIDs out of Heathrow stopped at 6,000 feet. Now I've got the ATIS here on box 2, so we'll take a listen to that, just get the weather.
Left, transition level, flight level 75, surface wind 270, 16 knots, visibility 10 kilometer or more, fuel 2,800 feet, broken 3,600 feet, temperature plus 12, dew point plus 7, QNH 1010,
Good, so
acknowledge
set.
receipt of information, Golf.
Golf.
Report aircraft type and current QNH on Los Angeles Heathrow.
Excellent.
Heathrow information, Golf. Time 1920.
Excellent, so we've got information Golf there. Listen to the ATIS set, so we'll let the clearance delivery know. We've got a donation coming straight in here from Matthias Schmidt. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Your streams are so useful to learn from. Got my OP and Mass and Balance ATPL OP. What's that? You have to remind me. Can't wait to become a colleague of yours. Wish me luck. Also, guys, so thank you very much for the donation there. Victor Strange, my dad has 9,000 hours on the 737. That's excellent. I've got about half that, so he's a lot more experienced than I am. ATF QDM, magnetic inbound heading, but I can't remember exactly what it stands for. That's what that stands for there. Cool. Neural Gaming, Detling, I'll wave as you pass overhead. Awesome there. Welcome to London Heathrow, guys. Britain's busiest airport, says aviation technology as well. Cool. So you've seen the SID, seen the taxi routing. Oh yeah, I just want to show you where we're going today. So if I do this, there we go. So if I bring up that. Why is the flight routing not there? There we go. So if I press this as well, we should get the aircraft pop up in Heathrow. So we're going to be flying, eventually going towards Detling, essentially eastbound, towards the southeast there. We've got Dover, Calais, basically over Brussels and then straight to Germany, Frankfurt. Flight time in the region of 1 hour, and our zero fuel weight today, 58.4 tonnes, based on 160 passengers there. I've got another donation coming in from Tom, who's always tipping in donations, a good friend of mine. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to the society. The optimist invents the aeroplane, the pessimist the parachute. What a quote from George Bernard Shaw. You're always coming in with the odd little quotes here and stuff. Excellent. Wicked. Thanks a lot, Tom, there anyway. So we'll get rid of the briefing there, and we've got the ATIS as well. Yeah, wind was straight down the runway, 12 degrees, QNH of 10102. Tim Fraser coming in with a £1 donation as well. Thank you very much. That's one of my members and someone who lives quite close to me. I've been chatting to him quite a bit too. Dr. Mundy, is there any plan for Jeppesen charts with Avitab? Well, yeah, they're already here, buddy. So if you get the Avitab function and link your Navigraph account, you can have all the Jeppesen charts just like I have here. What else do I want to show you? The flight plan, actually, to show you how much fuel we need. Cool, so this is the OFP, which is filed on VATSIM. Minimum block fuel is 5.7 to Frankfurt Main. Because we anticipate it to be quite busy, we've taken an extra 30 minutes of fuel on top of that. So that's going to be 6.8 tonnes. That's just a little bit there to allow us to hold and stuff there. Cool, so that's all good. We'll keep the charts up there. And what we'll do... What else? I forgot something I've mentioned. Oh yeah, cruising at 35,000 feet. Yeah, I forgot to set that there. But yeah, like I said, I've already done all the setup for this stream. Right, let's just turn the lighting up slightly. And what we'll do, we'll tune Heathrow clearance and get the clearance. Sure, got terrain and airport on here as well. Right, so... Here we go, that should be the clearance delivery frequency. Excellent. So this is the first time we've been on VATSIM since I had that gatecrasher. Hopefully he won't return for this stream today. Heathrow clearance, a very good evening. It's the Broadsword 01 on stand 365. Information Golf QNH 1010 737-800. Departure clearance to Frankfurt, please.
Also, one day for delivery, please follow the flight plan.
Should have filed a flight plan standby. So I definitely filed the flight plan on VATSIM. I'll just open my Safari and do that again. I swear I did that about an hour ago, and it should be valid for 2 hours or so. Never straightforward, is it? Bizarrely, I've actually had that in reality. We've got our clearance before, and they actually didn't have a flight plan for us. Oh, he's actually given us... Oh, he's already sent the... Oh. Cleared to... NOP off via Squawk ATIS. No reback required. Contact delivery on 121970. Disregard. Oh, here we go. Broadstone cleared to... blah 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 via blah. Disregard. Alright, I'll give him a few seconds to work out what he's doing. But yeah, I've definitely followed the flight plan here. What I'll do, I'll just refile the flight plan as Broadsword 01. So sim brief, always complications. Yeah, once I had it where oh, just got who's chipping in here very nicely. So that's via Streamlabs. Oh, that's very kind of that is. Sparky Days £3.99. Another live stream. Thank you, great work as always. Do you discuss expected weather turbulence during the setup and the briefing? Absolutely, yes. We get all that sorted out in the briefing. 45 minutes prior to departure, and discuss where we need to go accordingly, so we definitely do that too. Tim Fraser, can you say hello to my son Oscar? It's the first viewing of the stream. Hello Oscar, I hope you're having a nice evening with your father. Right, so I'm just on the SimBrief website on my laptop, just basically filing another flight plan with the correct call sign, because it did say Broadsword -01 for some reason. My briefing, pre-file, and yeah, that's definitely there. 35,000 feet. 8:30 departure. We'll leave it exactly as we had it before. Okay, I've submitted a new flight plan anyway, so hopefully they'll get a copy of that. Cool, there we go. Well, now, why is that not filing up? There we go, so they should have the new flight plan there. I'll just try them again. Heathrow clearance broadsword 01. Did you get a copy
40,
of the new flight plan?
30, 20, 10.
And also, the other one next to you still showing the filed no flight plan.
Stand by. Could you give me a call as soon as you get something in the system as well? I'll try and resubmit it. Thank you.
Also 01 something.
Perfect. So I don't know. I've already submitted already filed a flight plan, so hopefully he'll get something there. Otherwise, I'll have to file it through VATSIM again. Who just tipped and donated again? I missed that. Jose Paules with €3.49. Thank you. Thank you very much for the donation, there, my friend. That's very kind.
Contact ground 121 985 bye-bye.
21 fine, bye.
Why is that? I don't know how long it takes after filing the flight plan for him to get it. Oh well, guys, we'll do have a chin wag for a second. I've just definitely filed it again. So, and I told him to give me a call if he gets it. So we'll give him a couple of minutes. If not, I'll have to try something else. Any expert advice we get there? Demon, check your typing in filed with a dash in the middle. When you file it, you need to put broadsword 01 as the call sign. I've done it the way I've always done it, so I don't know why it's an issue. Is SimBrief accurate? Yeah, as far as I can see, the flight plan that's been filed on there looks all correct. I mean, it always copies the information, the route of flight's all there. It's got my VATSIM ID, VATSIM passwords, alternate. I mean, the routing. It's no different to how I'd usually do it. Let's have a look here. Plugins. I know you can file the flight plan through this as well, but I've always done it through SimBrief, so I've no idea why there's an issue there. Jamie Wallace, gotta love VATSIM, yeah. VATSIM quality, love it. Jonathan Stroud, anyone know if Flight Sim's using 4K? No, these are just normal textures I'm using here, just normal textures. We've got Mika Messer coming in with a $5 donation from one YouTuber to another. Here you go, mate. Appreciate all you do for the YouTube Explain 11 community. Well, thank you very much. Well, at the moment I'm not doing very much at all because I can't seem to get a flight plan in the system for them to see it. Disconnect, then reconnect as broadsword 01. Yeah, good idea, actually. Let's try that. Connect. Oh, look, that could be it. Ah. Could be it. I had a dash in there instead of another one. Maybe it's not activating the flight plan or something. How bizarre. Maybe. Speedy Wings, hi, good to see this up. Would you mind doing an FMC tips and tricks sometimes as you did for the PMDG, or would you say it's the same? Yeah, there's no point moving it to the ZIBO mod. The ZIBO mod probably doesn't have quite as many features as the PMDG FMC does yet. There's still a lot of more things that need to be implemented, but there's be very little point doing a tutorial here. Tim Clark, flight plan is showing on VATSIM. Fion, rest in peace, yeah, I think so. For the moment, a bit of a rip. Elias, yeah, I'm here now. Thank you for every live stream you do. You're the best virtual pilot. Well, thank you very much. But at the moment, we are grounded. Simple as that. Definitely on the clearance. Yeah. Heathrow delivery broadsword 01. So we've refiled the flight plan, relogged back into the network. Any flight plan in the system?
And also 01 affirmative. And also 01 clear to Frankfurt, Detling 2 Golf departure, squawk 3420.
Clear to Frankfurt, Detling 2 Golf departure, squawk 3420, broadsword 01. Thank you very much.
Also 01 correct.
Excellent. So squawk is 3420. Oh, we got there in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay for departure. I've got a private high. I'll be flying with you. Excellent. Don't try and crash into the back of me. So it's 3420, 6,000 feet is set. Excellent. So what we'll do now is get the APU started. And we'll just get the better pushback connected too as well, so we don't delay our man anymore. So request pushback. There we go.
Please show me where you want to go.
The way that guy speaks is hilarious. Connect first, 'cause I don't know where I'm pushing back to. Mike, how many hours do you have on the 737? Just under 4,000. My total time is about, including sim instructing and level D sim, not that you conclude those hours, about 5,200 hours. Actual flying the aircraft is just under 4,000. As you well know, I've just been, well, not all of you, I've just been promoted to captain, so I will fly my first P1 hours, or PIC hours, pilot in command hours, next week on the 737, so that's quite exciting. Boo Gaming, Nightbot says flight deck to sim is a TRI. What does that mean? It means I'm a type rating instructor. So I teach or taught guys in the simulator, but it's something I have on my ATPL license to allow me to instruct. Mattia Mercy, hi, how old are you? I'm in my late 20s.
Okay, all doors and hatches
Excellent.
are closed, ready to connect.
So he's all ready to go. Let's get rid of the GPU. And disconnect. So, yeah, as I said, we've briefed the SID. I feel like I'm forgetting something. We're all good up here. Pop the APU bleed on now. I think we're good. So, we'll tell clearance that we're ready to go. Heathrow clearance livery, broadsword 0 on stand 365, request push and start.
Right, so the other one position contact sheet for ground 121.7. Bye-bye.
Hold position and contact ground on 121.7, broadsword 01. Bye-bye. Excellent, so 121.7, several ground frequencies here. Excellent. So, we'll now contact Heathrow ground, tell him we're ready to go. Heathrow ground, very good evening, broadsword 01, stand 365, request push and start. Is your trim air off? I always forget that in the sim. I always forget that in the desktop simulator.
Broadsword 01, Heathrow ground. Hello, hold position. There's a delay on Detling departures until time 30.
Copy hold position and copy the delay. Broadsword 01. No problem. That's a 5-minute delay. Could be just like that in reality, but instead of just telling you got a delay for Detling departures, they'd give you a slot. So they'd say, Broadsword 01, you have a slot at X time. And if you have a slot, you can be airborne up to 5 minutes before to 10 minutes after that slot. HC Simulation, congrats on being a captain. Thank you very much. Jay Kingsley, I want to become an airline pilot and I've applied for an apprenticeship with TUI and Virgin Atlantic, and you think it's a good idea to do the apprenticeship and has to be a pilot. So yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways of doing it. You can use an apprenticeship, you can use a scholarship now as well. I think there's a lot of those going available. But yeah, there's plenty of guidance online. Help you out there. Lucas, are you using a checklist? I generally don't use checklists during the stream, so I just do the flows and setups. I mean, this checklist here I help write for ZIBO. It's based off our operators. You can use that when you're new to this aircraft to help check that it's configured. Trust me, don't worry, I do checklists in reality. It's just easier not have to sift through it in the stream. Alerian NGX, not many airlines in Europe in which under 4,000 hours you can get the left seat anyway. You know for which airline he's working just by looking at the way he scans to do his checks. Probably quite obvious. Yeah, you can have as 3,000 hours is the amount of hours you need for commanding the company I work for. And I've got about 4,000 there. Got Mads Boarding coming in with 100 DKK. I've got to look up these currencies, guys. It's very kind. Thank you for showing us armchair pilots how it's done. Go get a bratwurst or something when you get to the Germany. Excellent. Thank you very much for the tip and donation there.
50.
Don't call yourself. This was me, guys. I used to be doing exactly what you do. I was just fortunate enough to get to where I am today by a bit of hard work and a bit of effort there. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. It was only a matter of time. Okay. Right, let me try and do this flipping dot wallop thing. There's one easy way to deal with that. Just do this. I'm hoping that he's spotted there. Oh dear, such a shame. Anyway, some people have very little other things to do. Anyway, someone get his call sign and I'll try and get rid of him. Oh my goodness me. How do you do this again? What a plank. Sup, supervisor. I didn't get his call. I didn't get his call sign. Oh, dot message. EGLL underscore 2 underscore ground broadsword 01. There we go. Danish. Oh, who's coming in with a donation there as well? Sorry, I'm too busy trying to do many different things there. A328.
Sword 01, stand 365, push and start approved, face south.
Push and start approved, face south, broadsword 01. Okay, cool. So, just before I got that, A320, £1.50, thank you very much. Hey, flight deck, since you're a real captain, what's your explanation on the incident of the Ethiopian 737 crash? Some reports say it could be pilot error. I'll get back to you that very shortly. And I will just do the before checks below the line.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, after the British Airways AC20s passed behind you, left
come off
to right,
off on the
stand
transponder.
224, push and start
Cool.
approved, face east. After the A320, push and start approved.
Oh, why is that not working? Request pushback.
Please show me where you want to go.
He's so moody, this guy.
Steward 912 November, monitor the tower 118.5, goodbye.
Alright, so I need to go face south. I need tail to the... I'm trying to work this out now. This is so complex. I need tail to the right, this way. There we go. Nearly got it the wrong way. Something like that.
So connected and bypass pin inserted.
Excellent.
Release parking brake.
Parking brakes off. Yeah, unfortunately, I forgot on this flight plan I've filed. What I usually do in the notes section is say call sign is broadsword 01, because a lot of controllers, and rightfully so, don't recognise the Bravo Romeo Oscar IATA code, which is for broadsword. But I get a lot of guys on VATSIM go Bravo Romeo Oscar, which is understandable. So yeah, annoyingly I forgot to put in the notes section like broadsword 01. Alright, so let's start engine number 2.
November, Heathrow ground, hello, roger.
Orb 505 Gaming, I think the pushback guy needs some chocolate. Yeah, he needs some sugar and energy. He's always very moody, the British guy. 25%, there we go. Diosio Lietke, Captain, can you do approach and land using only raw data? Yeah, if you look in my video tutorials, I've got a raw data ILS approach tutorial for you. Okay, starter cutout, once engine number 2, 2463 is looking stable. We'll start now engine number 1. Fian, does broadsword mean something specific? No, it's the call sign used by a charter operator called 2XL Airways. It's just a absolutely flipping awesome call sign. So I stole it. Excellent. There we go. 25% N2, oil pressure N1.
Channel 159, hold position.
Morning, command site.
Info Lille, what was your transponder setting before taxi? Shouldn't it stay standby? We put it on alt off now. We're pushing back, which means if they've got ground radar installed, you ping up to let you know that you're moving around. Ickery 0002, well done on your promotion, Captain. Thank you very much. Perfect. So we're basically pushed back now to face south on the Foxtrot taxiway. So we're here basically, right outside the tower. Where's he gone?
Operation complete. Set parking
There you
brake.
go, parking brake is set. Disconnect tow bar bypass bin.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And then we say advise when clear, and we've got to wait for him to show us that bypass pin in reality. Now, just to save a bit of time online, to keep the show on the roll, I'm going to do the before taxi flow now. Flaps 5. Just gone full 22k for performance, so it's more than sufficient. I actually don't have any performance information for runway Heathrow here, because our operator doesn't fly from here. So, flight controls, full forward, back, left, right, and the rudders, left, centre, right, centre, recall, full taxi checklist is complete. Antonio and Tini coming in with $10 donation. Thanks for great work and wonderful spirit. I'm learning a lot about the 737 with your videos. I'm just flying at Iveo now over India with an 800. Best regards from Brazil. Well, thank you very much for the tip and donation. I will try the Iveo network actually. It's just the time, guys. My spare time, I'm usually doing other stuff, so I just use what I'm used to. But the controllers here so far seem very professional.
40, 30, 20.
Alrighty, so what we'll do, get the taxi chart up, and we'll request taxi, and you can watch me get hopelessly lost. Broadsword 01, request taxi.
Broadsword 01, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha, hold Lomond.
Foxtrot Alpha, hold short at Lomond, Broadsword 01. Cool, so just to show you guys, Bravo Foxtrot Alpha, and there's a hold point here called Lomond. I've never seen this before actually. I think this is specific to kind of large airports and stuff, but they've got these named hold points, which are really cool. Wicked. So turn off and taxi on, release the parking brake. We'll do a takeoff config check. Hold on, because I've got all my cables tangled around my feet and rudder pedals, which is a bit of a health and safety risk. I've just wheeled over my dog's paw. Sorry, buddy. Oh dear. Right, let's do the config check. No takeoff config warning horn. Ooh, the engine's a bit quick to spool up there. We still need to fine tune and tweak that. Cool.
03, then on to Alpha.
So we're going to just follow the line and then cut across onto Alpha there.
Lufthansa 18 Mike.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, confirm it's link 3030.
Trip beats, I'm always lost at the airport. Yeah, it's actually, if you're unfamiliar, you really have to take your time. When I was doing the command, I flew into Copenhagen, Kastrup for the first time, never been there before. And yeah, you just have to really take your time, brief the taxi chart, have a good look at it on the way in there. And there's two of you, which helps. So you've got the guy on the right who's telling you it's left here, right here too. So don't be surprised. It takes you take your time, you know, making sure you're going the right way and all that sort of stuff. Excellent. So we can pre-tune the tower frequency. I think there's Heathrow Tower 118.7. I would love to get a radio tuning panels. Quite cool.
Lufthansa 190.
So we're going to take a slight right turn,
correction taxi,
and then a left turn onto Alpha.
Hold Echo 1.
Taxi Alpha and hold short Echo 1.
Owen Whittle, my aircraft seems to be missing the yoke. There it is now.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, 1 for Heathrow Tower on 118.5, goodbye.
So there's a slight right turn here onto Alpha. You always want to progressively follow your taxi routing as well.
Contact tower on 118.7 by me. Lufthansa 18 Mike.
Excuse me.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, negative, monitor Heathrow Tower on 118.5.
So when you get... Oh, different frequency was that? So when you get monitor a frequency, that means don't check in. They'll know you're there. You just have to wait your turn. You get that a lot at quite a lot of airports there. Crikey, seems to be a lot of aircraft at the holding point. Abyss, will you watch the Australian Grand Prix live? I'll be watching it live. My stepbrother is coming round, and we're going to get up at 5 in the morning to watch it live. Oh, someone taxiing in front of me. So in reality, this would be very interesting. They should be telling either one of us to give way. It'd probably most likely be me, because anyone vacating the runway has priority there. So I think this guy forgot to mention that there was a Shamrock 320 crossing ahead of me, but we'll pretend that didn't happen. We'll just carry on now. As like nothing happens. So we've just got to watch out for this Lomond hold point. Cool. Yeah, this has been really nice. I did my line check to become captain on Monday, and I've actually had I've got 9 days off, so it's been why I've been able to do a couple of streams this week. Keep my mind fresh, ready for my flying in the left-hand seat next week.
Grand, very good evening. This is Shamrock 1830 with you, Brett and Bravo.
That was the old Shamrock. It's got Link 32, still quite a way down for Lomond. So once we're in the queue, we'll do the before takeoff checklist.
Bravo, Sound 226, Shamrock 1830.
The fact that you love watching Formula 1 makes you want to donate 100 quid. I don't need to do that. Yeah, I really enjoy Formula 1. I'm hoping it'll be a bit tighter this season. It looks like in practice they've been a little closer. But I have a funny feeling it's going to go the usual way. Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull. If their Honda engine's any good. I think Danny Ricciardo's going to regret going to Renault, that's for sure. We're getting a bit sidetracked here. I need to slow down because I don't want to get past this whole point. There's Alpha. So where is this Lomond? Oh, Lockheed. It's on the other taxiway.
Foxtrot 01 for Heathrow Tower on 118.5, goodbye.
Monitor Tower 118.5, broadsword 01, bye. 118.5. Let's hope I'm not in the back of another aeroplane. There we go. Well, I was cleared to this. Other point, which I've lost now. The Lomond point. But now we're on this point. I'm just going to end up in the queue and just carry on going in a straight line.
Takeoff 27 left to the 901 0 November.
Shamrock 159 behind the departing British Airways 320 via November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
First off to Shammy, did I see Concorde? I think it's on a plinth over here somewhere. Oh, there's no, that's still Lucky. I still can't see Lomond, but we'll just wait in the queue anyway. Yeah, there's Concorde, look. I believe it's there in reality too. Finny Barfoot, what difference would it make if people knew what airline he worked for? Oh, everyone asks this, and I don't mind so much, but I just choose not to say who I work for, because otherwise I'm going to get questions about the operator, about this, about that. I just choose to keep it quiet. It wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. But my personal life is very much outside of the flight deck to sim life, essentially. Cool, so we'll do the before takeoff checks. Will you dim the lights? Yeah, that's actually a good point. We would actually turn off the dome lights, so it'd be like this in the cabin, in the flight deck. Turn these lights down slightly. Cool. Got a few messages coming in privately here. DLH18 Mike. Hi, how do you stop the plane in the ground in X-Plane 11? Oh, I don't know, use the brakes. I've no idea why you can't start. KLM282, hi Flight Sim, love your streams. Have a great flight. Thank you very much, buddy. Oh, what good spot. Flight directors. Yeah, forgot to do that. I knew it. See, when you don't do checks or flows or briefings, you miss things. So yeah, the flight directors were off there.
One traffic before. Speed 9
So let's have a little look outside. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft ahead of us. So it's not, or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not too bad.
Speed 916 X-ray 27 left.
Christ, radio, what's your inside leg measurement? Oh, it's a very personal question.
27 left, clear, takeoff,
Got to buy me
916.
some trousers? Hilarious. Cub Swim, what livery are you? I have a personalised livery which one of my followers created for me. It's really quite cool.
Speed
I
9
really like it.
straight ahead.
We use the broadsword call sign. Funyun, old front off until lined up. Yeah, in the airline I work for, we wait until we line up.
127.1.
Perfect. Actually, what's going to be the next frequency after departure? Probably approach. We'll see what the next guy gets.
And the 9 left 1 run, move camera, there's American troops coming in front of us.
Perfect. Mattia Mercy, I think it would be useful for this particular to carry some extra fuel. Yeah, we've whacked on an extra 1,200 kilos, about 30 minutes of holding fuel there, and the taxi we're going to probably use a bit more there. KLM282, just a quick question, did you build your own PC for X-Plane 11? No, it was from Chill Blast PCs, a specific PC for flight simulation. So that they have them for sale for all those bits there. I bought it from the Flight Sim Expo about 2 years ago.
Speed 916 X-ray, contact London Control 134.125. 134.125, Stuart 916 X-ray, good night.
I missed that frequency. 1, 2, what?
Speed 901, November, behind is departing Condor 737, line up 37 left behind.
And flight 73, line up 27 left behind,
Condor 1, that's
DH1 Mike, can I ask Tower to taxi on the ground? No, don't be so foolish. Cool. So when you're taxiing behind an aircraft like this, I'm far too close really. The main thing is because you just suck up all the fumes from the aircraft in front of you, and you get into the air conditioning system. It absolutely stinks. So you want to try and avoid what I'm doing here. Thankfully, there's no virtual fumes to be inhaled. Oh, see, I've turned the lights right down. The problem is you can't see the parking brake in the sim. I actually like in the sim to leave the dome light on, just because it kind of illuminates the controls a bit better. Wouldn't need to in reality.
Condor 17 Lima, contact London Control 13.
ZIBO Pilot, hello. I chatted to you earlier. Good time to greet my buddy Flight Sim and everyone else watching the Captain stream right now. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well.
Condor 17 Lima, correction, Condor 1.
Hey Massimo, hope you're alright. VATSIM's still using the old voice codec. Yeah, I believe so. Like I said, I'm not privy or keep up with these sort of things, but usually people let me know when things have been updated and stuff.
Condor 17 Lima, I say again, 129 at decimal 6.
Oh dear.
Contact on control on 129 at decimal 6, Condor 17
pre-tune that as a kind of a rough idea that we think we're going to get that frequency. So we're just trickling forward at the moment.
Ready for departure.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, Heathrow Tower, hello, continue on Bravo, correction on Alpha, Hot November Bravo, T-West.
So we've told to monitor, so we won't check in unless we get to the hold point. And he's been told to hold at November Bravo. Actually, I don't have any of the...
Lufthansa 18 Mike. Lufthansa 18 Mike, continue Bravo, hold November Bravo, T-Whiskey.
Oh, I actually need a different chart here.
Holding November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
November Bravo.
Lufthansa.
Oh, right at the end, look, so that you have to go
18 Mike.
left, right, and that's the only way to get to November Bravo, by the looks of it.
Right, so 4 November, TCAS RA, 33,000. Alright,
TCAS RA, oh my goodness. I don't think Tower can do much about that. I think that's what he said. So we were told to taxi initially, what was it to... I'm trying to find the taxi instructions, which I actually scribbled down somewhere.
Okay, station calling Heathrow Tower, say again, please call.
Just, yeah, we're told to taxi to hold at Lomond, so what we'll do, we'll just follow the Lufthansa. I'm not 100% sure, you know, in reality it'd be a lot clearer where to hold and stuff.
For down to 04 November, thank you, contact the control on 34.125 away.
London 134,
Finley Barfoot, how did you pay for your flight training? How did you get there?
Lufthansa 18 Mike, climb up to 7.
A massive bank loan, which I had to encourage my folks to take out and secure against the house. A lot of hard work. I sold chickens, my previous job, which is always hilarious to everyone that's first heard that. And went through flight training that way. And I had a lot of debt when I finished. Not much disposable income, but it was worth it. I've paid all my debts off now. So it was well worth it, albeit a bit difficult. So we'll listen out for Bravo Romeo Oscar.
Bravo Romeo 001 Heathrow Tower.
Heathrow Tower, Broadsword 01, good afternoon, holding runway 27 left, November 2 Whiskey.
Broadsword 201 Heathrow Tower, good evening. Continue to hold November Bravo 2 Whiskey, please. You'll be number 3 for departure.
Hold short November Bravo 2 Whiskey, Broadsword 01. So yeah, I should have put my call sign there, so I've got to really listen out for that Bravo Romeo Oscar call sign. Perfect. So you've got 2 hold points. You've got the Cat 2, Cat 3 hold points, or the Cat 1 hold points. You can use the Cat 1 because it's no low visibility auto lands in force here. How are we doing for fuel? We up 6-8, only burn about 200 kilos or so, which is a normal taxi fuel.
Bravo 3, line up number 27 left behind.
Behind you departing Lufthansa.
Oops, there we go, parking brakes set. So if you look on the flight plan, the Lido flight plan and the one SimBrief uses is so good, it matches our flight plans here. And you can see for taxi, look, it's given us 20 minutes, I set it to 20 minutes taxi, which is 227 kilos of fuel. So you can up or change that in the SimBrief planning.
18 Mike.
Siraj B, you sold flightless birds. Yes, I did. Matthias Schmidt, when you do your takeoff performance, you never seem to know what the actual takeoff distance is. Why is that? Obviously something we have to do every time, go flying in the PA-28. So yeah, we do have the Boeing OPT performance app, and you can find the landing distance takeoff run available just there for doing that there. Racing Pro, £4.99 donation, thank you very much, my friend. Have you ever considered flying a light aircraft on stream as a kind of pleasure flight? I have considered it, but I've only ever flown the 800. Now, I was chatting to some of the members earlier, proposing the idea of flying the 200, an old school 737, the FlyJ Sim one, just for a bit of a laugh, and see if I can actually navigate it using my kind of IFR skills, which are a bit rusty, because we always have an FMC these days, and just do a little flight offline there, and also the 400 too. But light aircraft, I don't know, I'd better do a poll. I might do a poll on the YouTube community page to see what, if anyone liked that idea. But I think a lot of people like me flying the ZIBO MOD because that's what they have, and they can see how it's progressing, and it's obviously what I know most about. Oh, we never did the before takeoff checklist.
Handle Sword 01, 5 November Bravo 2 Whiskey, line up runway 27 left, caution modern section departure ahead.
Line up and wait via November Bravo 2 Whiskey 27 left, Broadsword 01. Okay, screw the before takeoff checklist, guys. don't ever say that in reality though. So that's all looking good. So MCP weather radar is on. There we go. So for takeoff checklist, MCP is set. Transponder, TARA strobe lights are on, and we're just holding for the takeoff clearance. Now there is a aircraft just taking off in front of us. Excellent. So if you want to do a 90-degree line up, just wait until you see the centre lines in the third window, and then just go full over on the tiller. And you should pretty much end up on the centre line. He says. Might have centre line, never mind. Everything I said, ignore. Oh my goodness. That was the worst line-up ever. It's worse than my ones I even do in reality. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, take some time actually to nail that. When I started taxiing for the first time, 2-3 months ago when I started my command, taxiing's actually not as easy as it looks. Not as easy as it looks. And I'm only in a 7.3, so much more difficult in a
aircraft
larger.
Good. After the question, good evening. Continue on Bravo, link 29 at hold November Bravo to Whiskey.
Bravo, Roger, continue Bravo.
No, that's the SID. So, just remind you guys, the SID is the deck link to Golf. Climbing straight ahead, we're waiting for 1 DME India Lima Lima, which you'll see here, and then it's a left turn 137 inbound to the NDB, and then inbound on the 271 radial to Detling VOR, stopping the climb at 6,000 feet. Strobes, did I forget the strobes? Oh my goodness, excellent work. You guys would make excellent first officers. Alex, screw the checklist. Yeah, guys, it's a very chilled out stream. Technically I shouldn't be saying anything else because it's a sterile cockpit, but that would make the stream a little bit more boring. There's the Lufthansa, can't see what aircraft that is. Cool. So listen out for our call sign.
Air Canada 823 behind the arriving British Airways 777 via November Bravo to SDR, that's runway 27 left behind.
So there's no weather on the departure. Ooh, looking good.
Air Canada 823, confirm the landing traffic is British Airways 777.
Roger, behind British Airways 777, Air Canada 823.
Broadsword 127 left, cleared immediate takeoff, landing traffic on a 5-mile final.
Good takeoff, broadsword 01. Okay, lights, checklist complete, timing, they're not messing around. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. 5-mile final, that's nothing. You can like have traffic on the 3.5-mile final and still make it if you had to really tighten. Anyway, let's go to Frankfurt, guys. Checked, so just using, well, hardly any rudder really because the wind's straight down the runway. There it is, 260 at 12. V1, so hand off the thrust lever, nice slow rotation, 2 to 2.5 degrees per second, and we're airborne. Positive rate of climb, gear up, onto the flight directors and trim.
4 for Whiskey Heathrow Tower, good evening, continue approach 27 left, you are number 1.
400.
That's LNAV. We're just waiting for that 1 DME distance. For that left turn. Which is, there it is, going at 1.1. So that's Command A. Plug up. I have no idea if it's NADP 1 or 2. I didn't look that up, so we'll presume it's NADP 2. Oh, I can barely hear the guy on the radio. Flaps 1. Darren 8 off to the home of sausage. Excellent. So there's the 1 DME. There's the left turn now inbound to the beacon. There we go. Have some Echo Papa mic up.
I'm broadsword and contact the control now, please. Frequency 134125, bye-bye.
134125, broadsword 01, bye. I'll get to that donation in a second.
Bye.
Alright, so vertical speed, just going to set to 2,000 feet. Do always fly the aeroplane first before you do any radio calls or anything like that. So that is all looking good. Flaps at no lights. QNH is set after takeoff checklist. We'll just do that in a second. Just checking here. 134125. So this is where it's very tough because it's just you and a single desktop simulator having to do everything. 125. There we go. London Centre, very good evening. Broadsword 01. Detling to Golf departure, passing 4,200 for altitude 6,000 feet.
Broadsword 1, hello, Scorpio.
Squawk dead, Broadsword 01. Oh, I think I did that. I'll just make sure I give that a good push. There we go. So after takeoff checklist, gear. Oh, it's already in the off position.
Well, good evening, runway 2 Charlie, passing 2,900.
After takeoff checklist. Differential pressure 2.6. Temperatures look good. Set. 1 to go. Slow that rate of climb to 1,000 feet per minute. We can accelerate now to 250 knots as well. So we just want to keep that rate of climb nice and slow there. Sorry, who donated there? Oistjan Sundsbo, a 100 Norwegian kroner. Congrats on the command captainship. Thank you very much for the tip and donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Cool. So you can see we're bang on. You know, the ZIBO, the lines are still very straight, but it still perfectly tracks everything, which is the important thing. So over the Epsom NDB, left turn then,
2 Charlie, hello,
inbound to
climb now, flight level 100.
Cool, so it should be on top of the cloud now.
Lufthansa 18 Mike, resume navigation, direct over.
Direct over, Lufthansa 18 Mike.
Direct over! Hilarious. VNAV. So there's
Broadsword 1, climb flight level 180.
climb flight level 180, Broadsword 01. Excellent, so that is now set. Out into vent. Keep pushing it until your restrictions go. There we go. There we go, so we can now set standard. And we're passing 6-1 flight level 180. That's the after takeoff checklist complete.
November 82 Zulu Fox for Roger,
Awesome.
runway 23, clear takeoff, service wind 280 degrees, 8 knots.
So this control is obviously dealing with other ATC stations as well, which is what I understand they do on VATSIM. Anthony Teal, does ZIBO have plans to curve lines? I believe so. There's just limitations at the moment because apparently whatever he uses has a huge impact on the frame rates or something. So I believe it's at the moment there's no fix for that.
Easy 86 Victoria, no delay, 26.
I'm not sure on that though. Funyun, heading home from work now. See ya. I'll speak to you later on Discord. Have a safe trip. So 7 degrees in the clouds, or out the clouds. We'll put them back off. Engine anti-ice not needed.
129425.
God, 8 of late starts having cocktails and watching. Oh, excellent. There's traffic ahead of us. I'm climbing above him. There we go. All looking good. So that is a TA. It should go traffic.
Right,
traffic when you get that. But, didn't do that. It's a little concerning. Right, we can do the pre-cruise checks. Fuel, lights, APUs off, pressurization 4.0, and temperatures are set. Release the passengers now. Recall. Pre-cruise checks are complete. Night Beauty coming in with a £5 donation. Thank you very much. Tracking you on Project Fly. Glad to be on board. Congrats on your captain's promotion. What is the metal nose seat used for behind the captain's seat? Oh God, that's gonna be a question I can't really answer. I think that's where the life jacket is. Yeah, is it there? Let's turn the lighting up. You know, I've been sat in this aircraft for hours upon hours. Are you referring to this here? That just warns you about the life jacket, but maybe I'm missing something there. I'll have to review that there. Basically, don't sit on it if it says no seat. Excellent. Did I get another tip and donation in there as well? Max Fernstein donated £4.27. Thank you very much for that, my buddy. So all this stuff And we get we pay for
sorry,
the scenery
1101
for
Golf
Heathrow. It's really appreciate that,
runway
guys.
27,
Helps we get a few coffees at work as well.
descent
The
flight
crazy
level
times we
90.
fly.
290, Richard.
The Zep1 currently in the bath enjoying the flight. Don't drop your electronic device into the water, whatever you do. Matthew Kioff, what type of frames are you getting?
951
let's
Lima,
have a look.
Roger, you should contact London or Ocean Heathrow 134975.
Airport, keep that there. Oh, what is it? Control Shift F. About 25 at the moment. It's usually about 30, but sometimes when it redraws the scenery from Ortho 4XP, which is on a conventional hard drive, the rest is on an SSD, it does slow down a little bit, but generally I get 30 to 40 frames per second.
Expect to hold at the big end.
I run all the streaming software as well.
Delays around 10 minutes.
I can hold the second at Super Model.
Cool.
Zero 911 uniform descend, flight level 100.
So there we go. Overhead the Detling VOR, so we can get rid of the Heathrow charts now. I've already put the Frankfurt charts up as well. Check his EDDF. There we go. So as soon as we get to top of climb, it's quite a short sector, so we'll start looking at the setup. I have absolutely no idea. Any Frankfurt experts here? I've never been to Frankfurt Main. I've planned runway 25 centre, I think, so I have no idea what the preferred runway is at this time of the day. I've never been, so I'll try and get the 80s as soon as we can and see what runways in use. Unless one of you can find out, that would be awesome. Like the first officers you all are, which would be very useful for me. Aviation Pro, hello, I hope you're doing well and your aviation training, because I know you just started, is going well. Have you completely ditch prepared in the meantime? Yeah,
Forward 1, contact London 129425.
129er425 broadsword 01, good day. So just slow that vertical speed down, and I said 129er425.
London Control, Ryan, 16 Delta Uniform, good evening.
There we go. So this is London Centre as well. Oh, where's the mod going? Lima 6 should be fixed now with some of the early waypoints there. Now we go, it's already transitioned to Dover, excellent. We'll just check in with London, guys. London Centre, very good day. Broadsword 01, flight level 180 inbound to Dover.
Broadsword 01, London Control, hello. Climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, broadsword 01. So that's set, 210 checked, VNAV. Up we go, another
London Control, good evening. See the
3,000 feet.
With you,
Aviation Pro, sorry, yeah, I've ditched prepared now because X-Plane, on my honest opinion, is the simulator from a immersion handling perspective. It's just, yeah. And I'm not paid by X-Plane to say this. I've not had any communication from anyone there. It's just my honest opinion. I never used it until about a year and a half ago. Andrea Freni, I believe they use external runway 25 left and 25 right and centre for takeoff. Okay. Interesting, thanks guys. So we'll plan on one of those. We'll see if one of you can see which one they're using on VATSIM. We'll plan off that one. Go from there.
Steward 274 Bravo London Control, hello.
There's no decent shortcuts to be had, it's pretty much a straight line. Want to go? Oh, Michael Kitchen, sorry, Frankfurt Mine. Yeah, I knew it's pronounced, not Main, Mine. Yeah, I don't want to offend any of my German colleagues. Frankfurt Mine, I knew that.
Speed 216 Papa on conversion, speed 280 knots or greater.
ZIBO pilot, you would know, 25 centre is only used for takeoffs, 25 left and 25 right is to land. Excellent, well what we'll do, put 25 right. I had absolutely no idea. What ILS is do we have here? Let's go for ILS Zulu 25 right.
Steward 216
Metro, execute, using reserve fuel, I doubt it.
You can spot 130 was held to do.
So a problem with the mod at the moment, it goes to out hold too early. It does level off correctly, but it should only say out hold when you're level at your cleared flight level there. There's a VNAV.
Lufthansa White, my contact Boston Control 131 decimal.
So is there any traffic blocking us for further climb? Not that I can see. Hologram, if you arrive from Frankfurt from the north, you typically get 25 right. If you approach from south, you get 25 left. Well, yeah, that sort of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, awesome. So honestly, guys, like when we have, my operator does fly into Frankfurt, mine, and they create something called airfield briefs, which are very useful because they kind of explain what you can expect to do. And it says here you can expect all these sort of rows. So I haven't really read it prior to the stream; I didn't have much time. But yeah, it's useful getting all this info from you guys.
681, contact on the control 126075. Goodbye.
God, someone
Shamrock 61.
very difficult to hear people sometimes. Where's our further climb? Burning all this fuel, Saturn 210. I might give him a nudge. Matthew Schmidt, you're supporting in Formula 1, Hamilton fanboy. Look, he's not my favourite, but he is British and a very good driver. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think any of the other. We've got Lando Norris, haven't we? And the other young guy, but they're not in decent cut. The guy in the Williams, I was forgetting his name. But yeah, they won't do well. So yeah, Lando Norris. That's it. Jay Santos, thank you. Yeah, I hope they do very well. But yeah, I have to say I want Hamilton to win. I think Vettel.
Broadsword 1, fly heading 090 degrees, climb flight level 290.
Heading 090 degrees, climb flight level 290, broadsword 01. There we go, so altitude then. Oh, there we go, 290.
Easy, 25
so he's put us on a heading for some reason. They often do that. Usually to reduce separation, they can get aircraft closer together if on a heading in reality. But not sure why he's put us on a heading. Take it. George Russell, Simon SB, you're right, that's it. I won't be getting up so early to watch the qualifying though, but I will the race. Matthew Smith, what do you think about the Williams? Yeah, I think they will be struggling. I think they've looked very slow. The car wasn't ready for practice in Barcelona either, so yeah. We'll see. It's a shame really, because they've got such good history.
Broadsword 01 further left now, heading 080 degrees.
Left 080 degrees, broadsword 01. Oh, is it someone's birthday? Tributes, everyone post a cake for congrats. Oh, I missed someone. If it's their birthday, happy birthday. Boohoo Gaming, some people told me when communicating with ATC you don't say 3 and 9 but tree and 9. What are your experiences from real life? You're quite right, you know, they're pronounced just to make them clearer, so I generally say 3, but I do say 9. So it's just the correct phraseology for the phonetic alphabet. Virukta pilot, 10 degrees on the heading select switch. Yeah, that's when we get to 30,000 feet. We'll leave it at 25 degrees for now. We've got plenty of allowance for that at this level.
Right now, 165 on contact under control, 126.075.
Cool. So over the English channel now, that one thing I'd like ZIBO to change is the fact that you can see traffic 9,500 feet above you. This, well, I could be type specific or option specific on the 7.3, we only have the display of traffic when it's within 2,700. So anything over +27, when it gets to +28, it disappears. Now, I've spoken to some other operators on the 737. They say that that's not the same here, but I don't think it's as much as that.
Report you're heading to Brussels Control 131.1 line.
I think he said 131.1. Oh god, look at the frequencies. Brussels on 131.1 with the heading broadsword 01. Bye bye. God, there's so many frequencies there, but it's so difficult to hear clearly the radar here.
6 less.
Oh, this guy's on Twitch, look. Mattis Tower. Might have a listen to that later, see if I can hear my own voice. Brussels, very good evening. Broadsword 01, climbing flight level 290, heading 080 degrees, request flight level 350.
Broadsword 01 must signal identified. Climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, broadsword 01. So that is set, 330 checked.
Speedbus 1, I
have
have
VNAV
contact
too.
Brussels East 129.575.
This guy sounds a bit Dutchy.
129.757. Bye bye. Go.
Speedbus 9166, report speed to Brussels 129.575. Yeah?
Just confirm the frequency for Speedbus 9166, right?
UE tab, is it possible to use M1 greater than 100%? Yeah, in the climb actually at high altitude it can often get above 100%. It's completely controlled by the EEC, so it'll only ever set the maximum continuous N1.
Broadsword 01, resume navigation direct 30.
Oh, navigation 30, broadsword 01. Cool, so legs 30. Executes, and that's usually completed by pilot monitoring. He makes any lateral changes. PF would then confirm it and then execute it and confirm the LNAV's engaged. Hello! That's a little bit violent with the turn. Be a little bit cautious if that happens. Steady on, ZIBO. So someone's been cleared on a Coxie arrival for 25 right, so I'm guessing that's going to be our approach. Yo, 2645, that's an insult for Dutch people. Was it? Dankjewel, I know some Dutch, a very good friend of mine is also a captain. I live with in Alicante, which is my first place. He's Dutch, he taught me some Dutch, mostly rude stuff, which I'm not going to say on the stream. There we go, 30,000 feet, bank angle 10 degrees.
Right there, 8,000 L.
US 487, contact Brussels, 129.575.
So, arrivals, going to be an Unoco arrival. There's so many different Unocos based on where you're coming from, so I won't... Oh my goodness me, how many are there here? Where are the Unoco arrivals? There they are. So, basically our flight routing gets us to this point here, Unoco, which is the clearance limit.
Broadsword 01, report cruising mark number.
At Broadsword 01, our cruise flight level 350, Mach decimal 77.
Decimal 77, roger.
Cool. That's quite cool. Like, in reality, often you get speed restricted, especially if you've got a lot of aircraft going to the same destination, which I guess there would be because of the VATSIM event. So, every airline, every aircraft flies at different speeds. So, for example, our operator might have a certain cost index, that's Mach decimal 78. Another operator might have decimal 76, and all they do is just sequence everyone, so you don't end up going into the back of each other. And they start sequencing it from quite far back, all to essentially get you on into the same position, usually with 5 miles separation, or at a very busy airport then. Cool. Hi, hello, what a wind, 530 knots ground speed. Yeah, we've got a good tailwind today, look at that, 100 knots, the highest I've ever had, and I've got a picture of it somewhere. It's about 580 knots. At Brussels, A firm, broadsword 01, we could do Mach decimal 81.
Yeah, sorry, it was not food, thank you.
Excellent. So he wants decimal 81. That's probably wouldn't accept that in reality because it's just below MMO. MMO's Mac decimal 82. So we'll go flat out here. Let's see how high we can get our ground speed. So he obviously wants us out the way there. Obviously, the faster you go, the more fuel you use. So yeah, decimal 81, that's quick enough. Yeah, the highest ground speed I had, I've got a picture, it's about 590 knots or something, ground speed. Oh yeah, I've had load...
Broadsword 01, increase mark decimal 8. Correction, decimal 81, yes.
A firm accelerating to Mach decimal 81, broadsword 01. Awesome. Lewis Burrows, are you using Active Sky? Yes, I am. Someone, yeah, so I've had a few questions there. I have noticed regarding the Max and the Ethiopian crash. I'm not going to say exactly what I think, but let's hope that if it is an issue with this MCAS system, which they reckon caused both the crashes now. Well, they're quite sure it was the Lion Air incident. They don't know yet about the Ethiopia, but if it was again an similar issue, let's hope that Boeing get on top of that and sort it out. But I've read that the Max is now grounded until at least May, so yeah, let's hope they fix that system. We don't have Max at the airline I work for. Just the NG is the only one I fly, or only version of the 737 we have. Brandon Posma, I was told to take the Unico 25 November. Ah, interesting. I can see an Unico 2 November. Not sure. Anyway, what we will do, we will plan for 25 right. Back. We want approach. And Zulu. Let's go for ILS Zulu 25 right. It's sometimes difficult to guess, and if it's another one, you just select the other one there. So we're going to probably get vectors, but the transition will eventually get us from Onuko towards Metro, and then we've selected the Metro transition, which gives you something in the FMC for it to bite on at least, give you some rough guidance, but that'll probably represent your track miles today. Right, 11135 for the ILS. And for the missed approach, we'll go Fred. Love that. Close to head 6.3 from FFM, or 3.5 Fred. So we'll get a bit of Fred up there, 15.9. And that's just if we go around, we've got something to all day to follow.
Brussels, hello, that's contact.
Cool, and we've got 248 for the courses. Ooh, there's the frames dropping.
Right, well, 300 for speedbird 243.
There we go. We're burning a good amount of fuel at 2.6 tonnes an hour here. Broadsword 01 is flight level 330 final for us today.
Broadsword 01, good traffic behind you at your 6 o'clock, flight level 350. We might be able to get you 350 in a few, but for now maintain flight level 330.
That's copied, maintain flight level 330, Broadsword 01. So yeah, that's quite common. You know, if you've got a FARD level, they can often cap you if there's traffic above you. So you often don't always end up at your preferred cruise level. So, but this controller's excellent. He's doing all exactly as I'd anticipate and expect. Minimums for Category C, Cat 1 ILS. 25 right, we've got ABC, so that's for us, 553.
Brussels,
Perfect. Oops. Alright, someone messages a fix for that actually, I might install that. You can stop you zooming in. I'm just going to get the latest weather for Frankfurt Main. 240 at 22. Wind straight down the runway then. 22 knots. Bit of rain. 13 degrees. QNH is 1008. So we can preset the QNH here. And I'll just back in the QNH there. We'll put some forecast winds as well. Got got a flight plan right in front of me, just saves me having to move my head from the EFB. Descent winds.
50.
Excellent.
40.
Jacob McGregor, £5 donation. Thank you very much. Hi, Mr. Brown. Pint for the pub. Loving the streams. News on the ZIBO Max. Well, firstly, thank you very much for the donation. I'm not involved with the Max project. I think it uses the ZIBO flight model, but I don't know much about the Max. I need to read up about it because we will have the Max one day where I work. But yeah, I think I might be completely wrong, but is it Ultimate? I don't know. I just speak to ZIBO.
Broadsword 01, there you go. Climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, broadsword 01. There we go. So that is set, 350 checked. VNAV speed will maintain Mach decimal 81 once, twice, and set 3 times in the FMC. All looking good. Yeah, if it is Ultimate that deal with the Max, I'm not sure, but all I do is talk to ZIBO, Tim, who develops the flight model, and AudioBird XP, and there's like a private Discord there where we just I just provide feedback, and there's a 2 or 3, 4 other pilots on the Discord as well, that either fly the 737 or have commercial jet experience, which provide flyback, feedback. Cool. So, flight deck to sim management won't be very pleased flying around at Mach decimal 81, burning all this extra fuel.
To make
a note of that. Cool. So what did we do? We set the minimums, frequencies, courses, minimums, fixed rings, descent wing. That's what I was doing. Descent. Forecast.
Broadsword 01, report speed to Brussels 129.575. Good evening.
Speed Brussels 129.575, broadsword 01. Thanks for service, bye. Good. I don't usually say thanks for the service, but these guys are doing basically what I'm doing. Cool, so this is Brussels control. So whilst he's chatting, we'll put the winds in. And we've got 304.91, pretty much as forecast. And 200 is 295 at 67. And 100 is 287 at 53. Cool. Someone say my call sign? I think someone else checked in and he thought it was Broadsword 01, but I'll check in now. Brussels Control, good evening. Broadsword 01, flight level 350 to Spiekerborg, Mach decimal 81.
Broadsword 01, I thought I was just talking to my apologies. Hello, identified, when ready, level 230 to level by global.
230 by where? When ready, descend flight level 230, and just confirm that's level by Pesov.
Bravo 01, Global, Tango, Oscar, Bravo, Oscar.
I can barely hear him. Descend flight level 230 when ready to be level at Tobob, Broadsword 01. Readability about 2 there. Cool, so when ready, descend flight level 230, put the restriction in the FMC, and once you do that, you set the lower level and the aircraft will automatically descend at the top of descent point. And there we go. Right there, so that restriction keeps us quite low early, but we have to comply with those restrictions, of course. God, look at that tailwind. I think the only thing we've got left is the fixed rings, which is runway, we think, 25 right.
Contact Brussels Control 131.1.
Flap 1, no later than 10 miles. It is a bit of rain, but we'll plan to configure at 4 miles. 3 times your height, 35 times 3 is going to be 105. There we go. So you can see the top of descent point roughly coincides with 3 times your height. It's a good rule of thumb. 3 times your height is how many miles roughly you'll need to get to the runway. So it says my video output's low on the stream. Sorry if the quality's gone off a bit. only me at home, so I don't know what else it is, unless the dog's downloading something in the background. But he is currently asleep. Dr. Muddy, could you explain in a few words how to correctly choose the right decision altitude height setting for the chancellors? There's multiple choices, A, B, C, D, glide slope, etc. Thank you. So, you need to know what category aircraft it is. The 737 is a category C performance aircraft. So essentially, anything that's C...
One, no further. Normal.
I can't hear him. At broadsword 01, I can barely read you there. Say again.
Ross or 01, no further speed restrictions. Resume normal.
Free speed broadsword 01. Thank you very much. Good, so we could just knock out the speed intervent, and that just goes back to the econ cruise speed. So yeah, as I was saying to Dr. Mundy, here you have category A, B and C aircraft. So they'd set the 553. Category D would be your wide-body jets, I guess, jumbos and A380s. They set an extra 6 feet for whatever difference that would make at 140 knots. But yeah, that's what you have to do. Ben Smouse, are you landing with flat 30? Yes, we will use flat 30 today. Actually, I forgot to do that there. So we're going to burn about 500 kilos of fuel, 62.3. And obviously you would check your landing performance, but we've got a lovely long runway there. We'll use auto brake 2, and where we're going to vacate, absolutely no idea. No idea whatsoever. Better bring up an aerodrome chart. I have the chart on right in front of me on my work iPad anyway. Airport. Ooh, just keep an eye on the speed. It's gone to VNAV speed, so what we're going to do is just go level change. That's because it's kind of... I wanted to dive for this profile there, plus we have that restriction to comply with. So we'll do decimal 79, and when you maintain a Mach number in descent, your indicated airspeed target bug will increase as well. So if you maintain Mach number in descent, your true indicated airspeed increases. Welcome everyone. Please, YR Lancel, he's a very good friend of mine. You might have seen him in the last stream. He is also a moderator. He's also a 737 captain, a very good friend of mine. In fact, it was the guy I was mentioning earlier, who I used to live with many years ago. So if you have any questions, he will help you answer them. He and I could tell you a story or two. Perfect. So, regarding this restriction, I need to use a bit of speed brake here. Oh, VNAV's gone a bit off, because we need to be 230 at toe bob. We're just going to whack it up to decimal 80. Now, these rates of descents, you know, it's not unusual. I wouldn't say anything in excess of 5,000 feet, something you've got to carefully monitor. But if you're high and accelerating using speed brake, you can get very high rates of descent like that. But from the cabin, you probably won't even notice anything there. So it's working, though, because we have to comply with it. Oh. Oh my goodness me. Langen on what? 127. Can you see Langen radar there? Okay, Langen radar on 127. Just missed the last bit there, broadsword 01. 127.725. Langen on 127.725, broadsword 01. Hi. Alright, cool. So just want to go vertical speed. Let's put the green bug on the restriction. That way we know we're not going to miss it. We'll bring the speed right down. We're going to keep the speed brake out as well, just to get back to our target speed of 280 knots. So good. Very difficult to do everything here. Manage the whole lot. And I hope you gave me the right frequency. 127.725. Trying to comply with those restrictions. Hopefully this guy's a little clearer to hear as well. Excellent. So get rid of the speed brake now.
We'll go direct to Tower Kalama 70.
That sounds good.
Figure 47, I'm sorry I did not have that stable transition. Please could you either send me a new SID or manually sign?
Yeah, Steelers voice said maybe try changing the ILS runway to 25 right. We did try that.
Have a good little chat here. So update the cruise to 230. Now where's the top of descent point? Oh yeah, look all the way over there. Look. So ZIBO's done fixed this all working now, so you can update your cruise altitude once you're level and get a new top of descent point, which is pretty cool. We'll go back to VNav. Right, let's check in with Langen radar.
Column 1769 at descent flight level 9 2320.
Darren,
Okay,
the mic is awful,
Lieutenant
yeah,
0,
really
320 knots,
difficult to hear the guy, the
69,
previous guy. This guy's a little clearer, but still not that
What do you
great.
want us to do after we reach
Bank
our,
angle, very good. Excellent monitoring.
Roll it, yeah, roll it 25 November.
Okay, roll is 25 November transition after Itaro, and do you also happen to know what runway we should expect?
I do not know, so break, Lufthansa 121,
This guy.
250,
Cheer up.
0.
Darren, he seems to be 25 right for landing. Cool, thanks for that. We'll plan on that one. I'm going to check in because this other guy's not responded. Langen radar, guten Tag, broadsword 01, flight level 230, inbound to Pipep. There was a problem loading the scenery package.
Broadsword 01 Langen radar, hello, clear to no 45 November transmission.
I think he said 2 November. Cleared for the Unuko 2 November, confirmed. Very difficult to hear, broadsword 01. There isn't a 2 November.
25 November, 25 November, break, speed at 487.
Jesus, this guy's having a hard day. Break. Alright, Unuko 25 November transition. Oh my goodness me. Let's have a look here. Arrival transitions, 25 right. Unuko 25 November, okay.
Broadsword 01 when ready, descent flight level 110 to reach at Ramot.
When ready, descend flight level 110, level at Ramop, broadsword 01. Alright, that's the next restriction. I found the transition guides, we'll get these sits up. That's how you need to talk, nice and clear. And there we go, we've got the new descent point, top of descent point in the FMC. Excellent. ZIBO's done a great job making all these fixes here. Good, and you've got Jan, by our land cell, he's helping answer all the tech questions whilst I'm busy setting up there. Cool. So approaching top of descent there, and I've got the transition. Well, yeah, better put it in the FMC first. Departures, arrivals. Go to Lima. There we go. Unuko 25 November. Fire. What other transitions have we got? I think there is a transition here. I'm just looking at the chart.
20.8 for KLM 17.
There we go.
Thanks for help. Bye-bye.
Oh, that deleted the 110 restriction annoyingly. So 10 below at Ramop. Execute. There we go. Right, again, we're just a little bit hard profile because it deleted the restrictions. So we're going to go level change, and we'll go straight to about 310 knots just to ensure that we make that restriction. So I think I've selected the correct arrival. Looks all good in the FMC. There we go. No discontinuities. It takes you quite far out. Look at that. So it's very unlikely you're going to go that far out, but the idea is ATC just clear you, and you've got that restriction here at Metro. Not Metro, DF416. I just want to make sure. I want to put an altitude here, just to ensure that we get nice and low on the profile there, in case we get a straight in. So I don't know how busy it is down there. I doubt we're going to go as far out. I reckon we're going to get to about here, and we'll get vectored onto the base. So we've got this point here, DF411. That's the missed approach. Metro is the missed approach. So we're here, and I want to put, let's say, I reckon if we put 3... It's at or above 90. So we don't want to get too low. Where's DF403? Interesting.
That's going to
put us to... Oh no, that 110 at Ramob's fine actually. I'm just having to judge this because that Ramob restriction and then he'll give us further descent nonetheless, so we'll leave it there. This is all very fun. Oh look at this, why is this being really rubbish making these restrictions today? Ramob. So speed brakes out again. I think we're gonna... There's the green banana, back onto Ramob, put the seatbelt sign on. Oh, Matthew Ratcliffe, I missed your donation there, sorry about that. £1.99, thank you very much. Hi Flight Sim. I use ZIBO in virtual reality on the Rift, works great. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much for the tip and donation. I've never tried VR, and I'd love to, but I don't know if that would be very good for you guys watching it. Langham radar 120.8, broadsword 01. Bye. Keep an eye on this because we are doing 4,000 feet per minute, but we need to keep this up for the restriction. Good, so the restriction's coming in. Okay, we're going to make it. John Richardson, where did you do your training? At Oxford Aviation Academy, or as it's now known as CAE. Oxford CAE, I think. Ferry de 4, 42 arrivals in Frankfurt. Interesting.
Level 7,
so just keep it going down. Usually we'd slow the rate of descent down, but I need to make the restriction here. I haven't even checked the chart to see if there's any speed restriction or anything. Probably is. There we go. So we made the restriction at Ramob.
Speedbird 487, right turn heading 120. Descent flight level 80.
Awesome, so there's the 110 restriction.
Descending flight level 80 on the heading of 120.
Cool. Langham, good day. Broadsword 01, flight level 110. On the Ukono 25 November, inbound to Delta Foxtrot 401.
Broadsword 01, hello, identified. Aegis Golf, prefer 25 left or 25 right?
I prefer 25 right, Broadsword 01, so we'll pretend we listen to Golf.
Broadsword 01, copied, and expect the ILS Yankee approach from the 25 right.
Expect ILS Yankee 25 right, Broadsword 01. So he said ILS Yankee 25 right. It's pretty much identical, just slightly different missed approaches there. So Avitab charts, oh no, Avitab airports.
127.7. Lobby bye.
ILS 25 right, Yankee.
Okay, then 1769 left turn heading 065.
There we
left
go.
Heading 065.
Get rid of the old one so we don't get confused. So it's 109.75 248.
Left turn 065.
Ooh, did I forget to set the ILS frequency earlier? Definitely ILS Yankee 25 right, 109.75.
Speedbird 487.
So I forgot to do that. So you can see how as my workload's increasing now, how much task saturated you get. That's why there's two of us, guys. So I'm having to brief, reset up the ILS, monitor the radio, try and chat to you guys.
Broadsword 01, descent flight level 100, speed 250 knots.
Descent flight level 100, speed 250 knots, Broadsword 01. Alright, set 100 checked. Let's just go vertical speed 1000. We're already doing 250 knots for him, so he's happy.
487, descent flight level 60.
Oops. There we go.
That's gonna go.
Let's just double check everything else. 248, 109.75. Set minimums, I think. Difference, we'll double check that. 553, still 553. Difference then will probably be the missed approach look. Yeah, very different. Oh no, yeah, I see very different. It looks pretty much the same, but it could be something subtle. Straight ahead, 3.5 Fred. Right turn, set 140 inbound to Taunus, and then a right turn inbound to Metro. But yeah, we'll imagine that's all coded in the FMC. Again, we just step through that very carefully. It looks like it's there with a blue dash line. Oscar, I'm learning so much with this guy. The job you do is amazing. Well, most welcome.
487, left turn heading 070.
So there we are on the chart, bearing on here, but we're obviously on the arrival. There we are. Good. So I'd usually go off and get the ATIS, but obviously at this phase of flights, your pilot monitoring would have done that 20 minutes ago. Spoilers are still extended. Bloody hell! See, really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. You don't want to do that. Something on a line check.
01, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, broadsword 01. Hilarious. Set 80 checked, and we can now do the post-cruise checks. I'm getting with the donation very second. So fuel for pumps lines on, APUs off, pressurization 3.2, set, seatbelts on, recool. There we go. Tom, you wanted the VSD on for this approach, didn't you? So we'll pop it up on the PM. Oh, is it not working on the FO's one? I guess not.
Yeah, sorry about that. 070 not working.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the VSD on the approach, if I can remember. Matthew Ratcliffe, £2 donation, thank you very much. I'm a PPL holder based at East Midlands. You could try my virtual reality if I like. Well, that's very kind. If I ever find myself around an area, I'll give you a message. But a little busy at the moment. Will not be able to do it anytime soon. So, speed brakes away. Very embarrassing. Look at this. Oh, even Mr. Lancel saw it. Speed brake. Yeah, that's why there's two of us, and I'm not trying to do a million other things at once. Very inefficient. So how much fuel? You got plenty of fuel, 4.1 tons. Our alternate is Cologne, and we need 2.7 tons to get there. Ben Spouse, fuel guzzling medal, absolutely.
Speedbird 487, contact director 118.5, cross on only.
Got a director here as well.
118.5.
Excuse me. Some people who listen out. So we're all good. Standing to 80, 250 knots. We're in a good position. All we need to do is do a gentle descent, and there is Frankfurt Main. Perfect. And one thing I want to do is get the aerodrome chart actually up.
Lufthansa 121, hello, identified. Expect the island
back airport. On airport. There we go. Oh, lovely. Plenty of opportunity to get lost here. And we'll get the taxi chart out as well. There we go. Something like that. But I'll
Roxworth 01, descent flight level 70, speed 220 knots.
Descent flight level 70, speed 220 knots, broadsword 01. So set 70 checked, reduce speed to 220. And we'll just do 1,000 feet per minute. So you can see the VNAV profile showing us extremely low, but that's completely normal because the full arrival takes you all the way out here. And ideally I think it would, you know, if you want to do a continuous descent, you can...
01 and contact now director 127.27, bye bye.
Director 127.27, broadsword 01, bye. 127.27. There we go. Who's this we're talking to now? Covering Frankfurt. Not sure. At Frankfurt Dike.
Copy, 200 knots or more until final approach fix, challenge 1769.
At Frankfurt Director, good evening. Broadsword 01, flight level 70, inbound to Delta Foxtrot 411, 220 knots.
20, 10,
01, correction, Frankfurt VATSIM, hello, identified, descent flight level 6, yeah.
Descend flight level 60, broadsword 01. So that's set, flight level 60 checked, so down again, another 1,000 feet per minute. FSX 737 Pilot X, sorry about that, missed your donation there, $2, thank you very much my friend. What's the average feet per minute touchdown rate at a 737? Oh, well that's an excellent question, I couldn't tell you, because that's often asked by the sim community. Ideally we just want to land as smoothly as possible in the touchdown zone. Anything I'd say above 300 or 400 feet per minute is going to be firm. I couldn't tell you what constitutes a smooth landing, very judgmental, but I've done everything between probably 50 feet per minute to 600, no problem. Occasionally do some of the firm landings. I did a few firm landings in the command upgrade because I was used to a new seat as well, so yeah, no idea. So there we are, 6-0, getting sequenced nicely into Frankfurt. Not using that arrival anymore, are we? No, I never showed you the other arrival, but not so much. It's definitely in there. You can just about see the airport. Oh, there's the city. There we go. Not much to see out the window today, guys.
175 miles, KLM 1769.
Darren A, 56 knots tailwind should be interesting. Oh, that's quite normal. That's quite normal there. Because I didn't get the ATIS, I didn't set the transition level, which I'm guessing is going to be below us. Let's put 5.5. Just gets rid of the ample warning. It doesn't really make any difference as long as you've got it set.
200 knots till final stage still cold.
God, anything over 1,000 feet per minute will break the gear. It definitely would require an inspection, but the gear is built like a brick house on this aircraft. It can take considerable rate of descent on touchdown. Oh,
yeah, we have. It definitely is.
So really far out now, you can see even the DME on the ILS at 20 miles, but there's nothing we could do. Level at flight level 60, and I'm guessing he's going to sequence us behind this guy here. But this is how this arrival works. They just keep you at the same level, just turn you in as ready. It's kind of like a point-to-merge system. Franz list, which are the best controllers in Europe? British? That's going to cause a lot of offence. No, they're all very good. British, the French, the German, Spanish, better than they used to be. They used to be a little bit... I don't know, they used to always prioritise their national airliners, let's say that. Wasn't for us, was it? Good. Landing lights are already on. Yeah, we leave the lights on the with the LED system. We turn those on below 10,000 feet to my operator. Lights on the Dutch for sure. Funny thing you might say that. Oh god, he's looking to. Sorry, broadsword 01. Turn right, heading 220 degrees, 5,000 feet. QNH 1008. Cleared ILS approach. So I missed all that. Turn right, heading 220. 5,000 feet.
Yeah, it's a little erratic right now because
and
the wind.
QNH is 1008. Get that set.
Yeah, we have 0 set for KLM 1769.
We'll just go vertical speed. It's climbing because I've set the QNH. ZIBO, the mod's bites up a bit there, but it's all fine. So QNH set 1008, passing 6,000, 5,000 feet. So we've been cleared approach, and the standby altimeter is set. We can now do the approach checklist. So frequencies, we've got the ILS tuned. Range rings are in for runway 25 right. Ident we need for the ILS is India Foxtrot Romeo, India Foxtrot Whiskey Romeo, which is identing once and twice. Standby instruments are set, inbound course is set to, and then the approach checklist is complete. Cool, so once we've got correct sensing, the localizer's on the left, we can now engage Vorlock. Excellent. very far out actually. You probably wouldn't. You want to get a bit closer before engaging forelock. Now you can tidy up the FMC here. You can just bring it 422 to the top, set the final approach course, which is 248. There we go, execute. There you go, it's just going to tidy up the FMC. There we go, localizer capture. Runway heading 248 set. We'll call localizer established. So we're not really worried about a CDA here. It's impossible to do one 30 miles out of 5,000 feet anyway. Broadsword 01 established, ILS Yankee 25 right at 27 miles. What's the weather at the moment? I can see the runway, and I can see in Frankfurt it is few clouds, broken 3,400, scattered towering cumulus, so I've no idea why the weather's not loaded in. Active skies running, it's got the full routing in here. I'm just going to refresh the weather because I'm very much doubt it's these conditions here. You cleared ILS or alarm approach now. Again, you'd usually wait until you're a little bit closer. Now, why do I not have the weather there? Weather control. Let's refresh live weather. So I've just refreshed the weather. I mean, it's got the wind and everything, but there's no clouds or anything. How bizarre. Oh, there we go. Knew it was coming. I just refreshed it on active sky. So 11 degrees. We don't need the engine anti-ice on. Hologram, because you had the scenery error? No, I think that's just the Frankfurt Aerosoft scenery.
99,
there we go. Cool. So actually when we land, I don't know, let's just vacate to the right and say park us anywhere here because I've no idea where we're going. This is going to be hilarious. If we vacate to one of the high speed exits to the right. I've got all the charts open in front of me as well, so I'll hopefully know where I'm going. First high speed exit's at Lima 8, there's one at Lima 10. So this is pretty easy approach. Lorenzo, when is usually gear down at the operator? It's 4 or 5 miles, but you can lower it when you can lower it whenever you want. That's the Joe. The weather is buggy in active sky. They released a statement saying that the visual weather isn't showing sometimes after refresh. Yeah, well that makes sense. Perfect. But the wind's pretty good. But that's strong headwind, 49 knots. That's normal, especially in the weather at the moment. Is it 25 center? Was I looking at the wrong chart? 25 right? No, I'm looking at 25. No, 25 center put away. Oh, was I looking at the wrong chart here? Oh yeah. 180 till 10, broadsword 01. Yes, very well spotted, guys. I was looking at the absolutely the wrong.
Negative 170 until 5 miles per
170 knots till 5, broadsword 01. Okay, 170. I was going to have to get all the drag out. Yeah, I was looking at absolutely the wrong runway. So let's do that again. Because I was planning on 25 centre, we're up here, 25 right. So basically, we're going to make a high-speed exit here, probably Papa 14 or Papa 16. You can see how saturated you get though, because I'm having to chat to you guys, fly the aeroplane. I've never been to Frankfurt in my life, completely unfamiliar with the airport, so I was just looking, vacating here on the runway. But yeah, 25 right up here. Perfect. Anyway, I'm going to probably not concentrate so much on the chat at the moment, as I do want to get straight in. Look at the comments. LOL. 25 centre, 25 right. That's why we had the first lot to run by, we weren't looking. So we've got tower 1199, cool. So glide slope, I saw someone ask the question, when does the glide slope come alive. Well, it depends on your height, so around at 5,000 feet, about 12-13 miles for capture. Excellent. So glide slope capture. He wanted 170 till 5, which is, you know, the separation here is still 8 miles ahead of us. That's fine. You know, you can. The separation can be as low as 4 miles usually. Right, glide slope capture 25 right. Flight deck to sim. And the missed approach altitude is 5,000 feet initially, I think. There we go, 5,000 feet set. Cool.
Speed 220 knots, 225, sorry.
All looking good. Broadsword 01 established, ILS 25 right, approaching 12 miles.
Broadsword 1, contact Frankfurt VATSIM vorbei.
At Tower 119er, decimal 9er, broadsword 01. Good night. Excellent. So ground frequency, we've only got one here, 121,850. Cool. Okay, who's that there? Boeing 737. I don't believe he's the captain. Yeah, I would believe myself based on the fact I was briefing the wrong runway. I'd be questioning that. But yes, I do actually fly the aeroplane for real. Albeit, I should be able to brief the correct runway we're landing on. Nonetheless. Right, let's check in with Tower 119er, decimal 9er, which is actually the real frequency they use too. At Frankfurt Tower, very good evening. Broadsword 01, establish ILS Yankee 25 right, 10 miles.
Broadsword 01, Frankfurt Tower, hello, continue your number 2, wind 240 degrees, 20.
Continue approach, Broadsword 01. So the final approach wind is 240 at 20, we'll call that half of that for our headwind correction when we select the landing flaps, so plus 10 knots on those. And we've got Brian, a whopping £20 donation, thank you very much. We all appreciate your efforts to share your expertise and genuine enthusiasm. Yeah, it's a very kind donation, thank you very much. Yeah, I love this, it's really cool doing this sort of civic stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for the donation. That'll sort me out for a few meals at work next week. Cheers, buddy.
Tango Alpha 999, Frankfurt Tower, hello, continue, you are number 2.
Train noted. Tom, you wanted the VSD up. Looks like it's not exactly showing what I want, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, that would usually be on the PM side there.
Broadsword. Brake. Broadsword 01, wind 240 degrees, 20 knots. Runway 25 right, clear to land.
Runway 25 right, cleared to land. Broadsword 01. Awesome, so we've got landing clearance. 170 till 5, so we'll configure, yeah, it looks good to configure at about 4 miles or so. So we'll just keep the configuration there. That scenery looks awesome. It's from Aerosoft. It's, yeah, really, really nice.
Speedbird 487, taxi right onto... Speedbird 486, right onto Mike, left onto Tango, hold short of Lima.
Perfect, so... where are we going to vacate? We'll just do the first high-speed exit, so it's going to be Papa 14 or 16. First one to the left, basically. Looking good. Right, wish me luck, guys. So I won't be looking at the chat until after touchdown, where you'll either be laughing at me or giving me some credit. Probably the first. All looking good. Alright, gear down. Flap 15. Match speed, landing checklist to flaps, so start switches, our continuous recall checked, speed brake, arm green lights, landing gear, down 3, green, order brake is set to 2, flap is set to 30, remember adding 10 knots for our correction, so 155 because it's a 20 knot headwind, and complete the landing checklist now. Flaps, we've got 30 required, 30 selected, green light, lights are on, we have been cleared to land, cabin crew seated, here we go guys, let's rudders in the good position, full rudder authority, disconnecting everything. Here we go.
So,
So, autopilot, auto throttle is off. Look at the traffic on the motorway. The sim is so cool. It's better than the level D sim, than the graphics, honestly. So target thrust should be around 60, 57%, probably a little higher today with that headwind. Oh, there should be I was looking at the chat, there should be a brace emoji, someone asked. There should be a brace emoji. I made one on popular request. A little bit more thrust, just to keep our target speed 155 knots. Pappies look good. So 500 continue, fully stabilised, speed's good.
400.
We'll go for idle reverse after touchdown as well.
300.
Yeah, Mark Dyson, you've got it. So getting a little low there. Stop looking at the chat.
Minimum.
Continue.
200.
Pappies look good. Wind straight down the runway. No excuses. Speed's good. Over the threshold around 50 feet. Look at the end of the runway.
50, 40, 30.
Check.
20.
Close. Hold the attitude. Oh, don't float. Don't float. There we go. Not bad. Idle reverse. Speed brakes up. Reversers, they are normal. We'll go for 20%. There's the first high speed. So manual braking. I might go for the second high speed exit here. 100 knots. There we go. Keep that speed up for runway occupancy. 80 knots. There's Papa 16. And you can take the high speed. High speed to the left there. Yeah, 45 knots is fine. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frankfurt at 2 minutes past 10. UK time, that is. 2 minutes past 11 if you're in Germany. There we go. On to the Papa taxiway. Put the flaps up, speed brake, and I won't do any other cleanup until I get the taxi instructions. Perfect. Now where in the world am I going now? So I haven't got any chart open. Stand by. Let's continue that left onto Papa. But I'm guessing we want to go via Papa 1. Oh shit, we've still got the reversers out in Durham. So there's two taxiways here. It's either going to be Papa or Papa 1, so I just want to confirm with him.
We check 240 at 20, break, Condor 1572, contact Lange radar on 120.
So once we confirm which way we're going, then we will work out where we need to go from there. Broadsword 01, runway vacated.
Alpha 999. Break. All stations. Break. Alpha Tango Alpha 999.
That's hilarious.
Hold short of Romeo.
Left Papa. Someone said left at Papa. I'll go in on the Papa taxiway then. And then we'll just keep pushing. Because that looks like it should be the correct way. And then go in that way. And he'll probably start shouting at me.
122. Wind 240 degrees, 20 knots, runway 180.
Perfect. Broadsword 01, runway vacated.
Also 01 SSA via Papa and hold short of November 11, sorry.
No problem, Papa, hold short November 11, Broadsword 01. Perfect, so we're going in the right direction. I might have missed that, sorry. So, cool, I'm happy with that, so we can do the rest of the cleanup. Let's see, little probes off, weather radar off as well. Excellent. So we're going to go Papa, and then November 11's here. Not the most detailed chart for you, but it's the one I'm following on my iPad right in front of me. So we can do up to 30 knots on the taxi there. Right, guys, I'm missing all the members and stuff because I'm concentrating there. We've got two new members. We've got M. Little's just joined as a member as well, and Ferry DeFoul. Thank you very much for the membership. You should now, if you have Discord, be able to link that to the members-only Discord, where you can have a chat with me and another good friend of mine who's a 787 First Officer. We're here to provide feedback and help for any questions you might have. Thank you very much for the dedicated support to the channel. Good, I have all of the instructions instructions there. I feel like I missed a lot though there. I feel really saturated on that approach there. I was missing loads of little things. But that's why it's so challenging, you know, doing this desktop simulator as realistic as possible for you guys. Whilst reading the chat stuff, it's quite challenging, but it's good fun, really good fun. At least I didn't make anyone too cross. And hey, no crazy VATSIM crashes today, so no one ruining our day, which is quite cool. ZIBO's just released RC111, I think, so that should be available to use. It looks pretty stable to me, so enjoy that one. Just a small fix for 3.34 for the ZIBO mod. ZIBO has a tendency of releasing the updates since we at post stream.
Papa left on to Papa, hold short of November 11.
Left on Papa, and hold short of November 11 last 7 to Papa.
So one of the things we actually do is shut off one of the engines down to save a bit of fuel, but I probably won't do that online. I will do it one of the streams. We usually shut down engine number 2. Cool, crikey, got a couple more members coming in. We've got the Grappler and Baki1234 joining as members. Thank you very much for the dedicated support there. Appreciate that. I'll have a catch up with you on Discord later.
Lufthansa 122, contact Langen Radar on 120 destination future. 120 destination future.
What's this? Is this a bridge? Or am I about to run over a car? Jeez. I think this scenery needs some editing. Never mind. Alright, and a train. Oh dear. Just imagine that, you know, you're taxiing in, you know, looking out the window thinking, that was a great flight, and then, oh my god! Why are we crossing a main road? I don't think that's there in reality. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Jeepers. That could have actually crashed the sim then. Unbelievable. Brian Harris, enjoy standing at the cockpit door, captain your first flight saying goodbye, thank you, very cool. It's all good in the hoods. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to be fair. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more on the ball than I was for this stream. Here we are, another main road. It looks like we're driving down some sort of street, you know. I have no idea if it looks like this in reality.
3-4 uniform Papa, taxi via Papa, hold short of November 11.
Cool. So approaching November 11.
Papa and short of November 11.
That's just round this corner here. You forgot the chrono. Yeah, we generally leave the clock running all the way until we're on stand. The elapsed timer as well. So is this November 11 here or up there? No, it's up there, November 11. Cool. Broadsword 01 approaching November 11.
Broadsword 01, 6 via November 1 hold short of November.
Continue November 11, hold short of November, Broadsword 01. So that's just further along down. This is not the best chart for you guys. It just basically November's a little bit further down. So here's November 11, and then November is, I think, the next line to cross there. So you guys, if you've got a chart, you'll find that a bit further down. I think. I hope I've not just entered November. That is really unclear. So this is November, I think. So you see how difficult it is taxiing on a desktop simulator.
Via Mike 14, hold short Professor.
Yeah, this is November. At Broadsword 01, we're on the November taxiway. Did you say left on November?
01, taxi, then Victor 158 via November.
Stand of Victor 158 via November, Broadsword 01. So I need to find. Got it. Got it. So left turn.
Bird 904 November, taxi to stand Victor 129 via November.
And I'll try and find it for you guys. This is so tough. Parking stands. I guess we want west. There we go. So we came up here. We're now left onto November. And stand 158 is just here. Look, Victor 158. There you go. So we'll start the APU.
Question 722, get Papa. Taxi gate Alpha 38. Via November 11, November Alpha 7.
Oh, we've made it in one piece.
So, gate Alpha 38, November.
So have a look at some of the questions once we get back on stand as per usual. But capacity is high right now.
November 7, last next away.
Let's keep on it. So here we have November 10. So it's really hard to see the stand numbers. We want November Victor 158.
Oh, good afternoon.
So 163.
For 7 miles south, 25 right.
It's not too long to go.
Ryanair 2045.
160.
Now continue your number 2, wind 240 degrees.
159, 158. Victor 158. There we go.
Number 2, wind copied.
Whoa, my goodness me. Wrong lights. APU's almost on the bus. Look at that for timing. That's good. So what we'll do, we'll plonk it here. There should be a marshal or something there. But we will just pull it onto stand. No idea where this is. Jesus. Unbelievable. Hopefully he'll get removed. Oh, is he actually taxiing? No, actually I think that guy's just taxiing, isn't he? It's just the X-plane scenery. I thought there was someone actually messing around. Fair enough. Right, so we've got CRJ, we've got 737-700. There'd usually be a marshaller there, but we'll try and guesstimate it as best we can. That'll do. Cool. Alright, parking brake is set. Now we've got 2 blues, 1 red. Engines are now dead. Whoops, overhead panel. Seatbelts off. Oops. And that can be opened. The voice recorder on here. Wait until the 20% N2. That's actually slowed down very quickly. We'll slow down a little slower than that in reality. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frankfurt. As I said, now 10 minutes, or 13 minutes, sorry, past 11 local time in Germany. I hope you all enjoyed that flight as much as I did. 1 hour, 20 minutes, look, from takeoff to on block there. So that was pretty enjoyable. What I'll just do here, I will do a replay. It never looks that good at night, but not to matter. We'll log out of here. There we go, disconnect. Cool, so what we'll just do, I'll look at some of the questions and stuff. Nice landing, perfect, it was okay. Did everyone use the brace emoji? We did, we had Mark Dyson use the new brace emoji, which is quite cool. Right behind you, someone landed behind me in the flight, that was good. You almost have 737 souls on board. Could have been embarrassing if you watched that there. Davey, you can't do replays once you connect online. Yep, well aware of that, so we've disconnected. M. Little, did I confirm you as a new member? I'm sorry if you did, but thank you very much for joining. If I missed you already, I can't remember. I'm absolutely maxed out. We had the Grattler join as well. Thank you very much. Backy1234. Awesome. You broke the fence. Yeah, that was me crossing the Autobahn. That is an issue. YF Sim, you said there is a bridge there. It's the Aerosoft scenery. Brilliant. Wicked, guys. So thank you very much. What we're going to do is give you some outro music and get up the replay as well. So we've got that. And here's the cheesy music which everyone loves. I'm sure you'd prefer the guitar music, to be fair. So let's now go out here. Wind shear, apparently, according to the mod. So here we go. Let's look at the threshold view. Again, at night, it's not the best view. Oh, it's on the wrong runway, annoyingly. I should, when we get a bit closer, it should be able to shift 3, get onto the threshold there, so we can see how the landing was. There we go. I'm not the best at night time, but we do like doing streams live weather, which is pretty cool. Florian, we should visit Germany more often. Yeah, I think this is the first ever stream into Germany, so yeah, we'll do a few more flights into Germany for sure. Over the threshold, 50 feet. Sounds are so good. Ah, it's a little bit of a float. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Probably, I don't know how you judge that in feet per minute. Probably about 100, 150. Not sure. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. I really enjoyed doing that stream today, apart from the fact I got the runway briefed on the taxi, but so is the life of a single pilot streamer who's trying to do everything as realistically as possible. I'd like to thank you to say thanks to everyone that donated today and joined as a member. I'll have a quick chat with you on Discord before I go to bed, and good to have you on board. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them at any time. James and B, put sky colours to snowy on the menu at the top of the screen. It makes it brighter. I'll have a look at that. That wind shear warning really scared me, said Philip. I'm sorry about that. Jamie Wallace thought of going on the pilot edge of the USA, paid 80, but super high quality. How in the world do I shut that thing off? I have no idea. But yeah, we could have a look at pilot edge one day. Go over to America to do some flights there, because that's been requested quite a bit. Guys, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Whilst the wind shear escape warning goes all the way off there. Have a great weekend. I'll hopefully stream. Probably not in the next week, but maybe in just under a couple of weeks' time. But I'll keep you posted on the social media forums as I try and do. Guys, I'm going to go. You enjoy the wind shear escape music, and I'll see you on another Flight Deck Sim live stream in the very near future. Take care, my friends. Bye bye.